Hello, Apex Disc Sports fans. Today we are at Motorsport Arena Oschersleben, and we are racing the Mustang. We have a lot of fun with this car. It's a 325 horsepower live axle car, so it makes for some exciting racing. It drifts pretty easily. And it's pretty easy to catch a oversteer, so that makes for a nice car to drive. See here, we've got a bunch of corners. I don't know how many. We've got corners. We've got straights. We've got a track temperature of 105 degrees. We got a bunch of cars getting ready to race. Our racing today is brought to you by Apex Sim Racing for all your immersive sim racing gear. Full speed sim coaching when you want to get faster. Get Good Racing, another coach to help you when you suck at racing. And J. Cooper Electric, one of our members who sponsors the group by partnering with us. Let's take a look at our grid here. We have two races today, two 20-minute races. So we're starting out with DJ in P1, Kevin Zhu in P2, and I'll let you read through the rest of those because I suck at names. So that is our grid to start this shenanigan we're going to have tonight. As I said earlier, we're going to do two races. We're going to do a 20-minute race. Then we're going to switch it up for a second 20-minute race where we are focused on, let me get my brain reset here. We'll do a second 20-minute race and invert the top six from this race. So, those that win in this race will have to work their way up through at least 6 cars. What do we have here today? We have a field of 20 cars as they're just heading out for the short little pace lap here. And who do we have in front here that has just trying to make life really difficult for me? Kevin Zhu and Brian Lemke. Same livery. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. All right. They've all got to stay in line. Remain at the pace speed. So here we go. Nice line of cars. Ready for that rumble. And off we go, charging into turn 1. We are, 3 wide? We've got DJ and Kevin Zhu, P1 and P2. So far, we're looking pretty clean. DJ is our resident ace, so fully expect him to gap the rest of the group here. Let's jump back and see what we got going on here. So here we are with Spencer. Oh, yikes, trying up the inside there. He is gonna force his way through there no matter what. Really takes that curve into that chicane nicely. Oh, we've got someone. Who is that? That is Zachary Rubin. Lost it back there. This car is very loose in the rear end. Very loose and can fairly easily be caught. Not all the time, as we saw there, poor Zachary. But more often than not, you can catch this car. So let's see here. We've got John Miller here in 4th place. With Joseph Mayer right on his tail. Actually, that was John Miller on the tail of Brian Lemke. So here's Joseph's view on the back of John. And we've got, better bounce out of here, we've got cars passing cars. What is going on here? John is catching up to Brian Miller. See if he can make a pass on him. Through the S's here. Yeah, look at this. Look at the gaps, the interval gaps here in the timing tower. It's just neck and neck. We've got 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.3, 0.2. Then a gap back to Spencer, 0.3. Gap back to Roman. Brian, 0.2, 0.6, 0.7. It's just, they are really close right now. We're going to keep an eye on John here because he really wants this 3rd position. You can see DJ setting the fastest lap right there of 1:37. Joshua Soto also gets in the 1:37s. Now John Miller has Joshua Soto hot on his tail. Oh, hang on, Josh. Hang on. There you go. That's a drift. He's going to lose some time there, but not a position. That's what we were talking about, the way these cars are loose coming out of the corner, but you can catch that slide. He's dropped back quite a little ways here. Let's jump up and see John's view to Brian. Seen him come through here from another camera angle. Now let's see it from in-car. Just got to be so patient here, otherwise you'll run that car off the edge. Brian did just ever so slightly there, and now he's got John Miller on his inside as they come into this next turn. And John makes the pass. Now Brian Lemke's going to have to deal with Joshua Soto. Was thinking about making an attempt at a pass here. He's got up alongside. He's going to have the inside. And he does make that pass. Brian is suffering here. Brian has Joseph Mayer right behind him. Behind him, Ryan Campbell in that green car. Green car. Blue car. I'm just trying to confuse you. That's my goal here today. Mass confusion. All right, let's jump back here to Kurt Moss. Kurt Moss in the yellow car right there behind Spencer. I see another battle back here. We're gonna jump to between, yikes, Jake, Rob, and Kent. Jake down the inside here. He does make that pass. Now it's Kent on the back end of Rob, seeing if he can get any benefit from Rob getting slowed up a bit by Jake during the previous pass. There's just so much going on track right now, as you can see from the interval and the timing tower. And we are 7 minutes into this race. There goes Kent. Makes that pass on Rob. Not sure whether they touched. I don't see anything in my log information that they had a touch, so we are going to cover the incidents after both of these races. At the end of both, we'll cover the offs, the wrecks, the crashes. We want to see what happened here. Let's jump back up here to Spencer, who's still holding off Kurt Moss. Wants around Spencer. I think Spencer is holding Kurt up a bit. Head down the straight here. Let's see if Kurt cannot get a run. Spencer is pulling away on the straight here. Let's see who's better under braking. Kurt makes up some time under braking. Like Kurt's making time under braking, Spencer's making time on the exit. What other battles do we have going on here? Brian Lemke. Brian is battling with Joseph Mayer. Outside, inside, Joseph gets really wide there. Now Joseph has Ryan Campbell to deal with. Ryan ducks back in, single file through these S's. And off they go. This looks to be, I mean, everything is so close here. Looks to be one of our closest battles here. Whole train of cars are sitting at about a 0.3 to 0.5 second gap. Jump back here, see if Jake must have had some sort of incident where he got back behind Kent and Rob again. Now he is making a pass on Rob, so must have had a mistake somewhere, and now he's trying to charge his way back up there and make up for lost ground. Rob is not going to give up that position easily, though. He is going to keep pressuring Jake. See if he can make Jake make another mistake, get that position back. Pulling away a bit. Let's see how our train up here is going. We've got, excuse me, we've got Brian Lemke ahead of Joseph Mayer. And I see Rob Campbell blinking in and out here. And Ty Johnson in that red, white, and blue car. Kurt in the yellow car. Then we've got Spencer and Roman Baikov. All right, let's run through the field here. We'll start up at the top with DJ, who has a 3.5 second gap on the next car. Kevin Right behind Kevin in P3 is Joshua. Then we've got John in P4, who desperately wants to get up to P3. Then we've got this little phalanx of cars that we've been looking at off and on here. Brian Lemke, Joseph Mayer, Ryan Campbell, Ty Johnson, Kurt Moss, Spencer, Roman. And then we're going to jump back here. Kelly Greenhoe, Brian Zinn is a little less than a second behind him. And we've got Mike Bond in the blinding car. That's hard to look at. Kent back here, now getting some pressure from Jake. Jake got around Rob, and now he's pressuring Kent. For that, who are we looking at? P15. So Jake, Rob, Craig Thompson back here in P18. Oh, I see Jake up here. Get to the inside of Kent. He is going to make that pass. Kent didn't fight that one too hard. I think he saw Jake coming and just thought, I'll just let him go through, and my battle isn't really with him. Yeah, Jake gets a little loose through there. Let's see if Kent can do anything with this. Jake lost any time on that. Doesn't look like it. So we were back here with, there's Craig. Oh, Mr. Hale. Getting a little loosey-goosey through there and in the gravel. And then there's another car. What is it with that livery? There's another car with that. I have no idea what that livery is. That's Donald Mensing. So I think we have, what, 3, maybe 4 people running that livery? Come on, guys. Let's get creative. See those brakes a-glowing on Donald's car. Jump back up here. We've got John has made a pass on Joshua Soto to get up to 3rd place. Somebody needs to tell me when this stuff is happening. How am I supposed to know? We run through the field and everything changes. Hang on there. Joshua is side by side with John. Oh, as they drift through that set, then through, and see if John can make the undercut here. Get on the inside. John gets a good exit out of there. Jake got a better exit because he was on the outside. Now brakes a-glowing. These two are in one heck of a battle. For 3rd spot, we've got a little less than 5 minutes, so they don't have a lot of time here when you're looking at a 1 minute, 38 seconds, 37 seconds. Not a lot of laps left for them to battle this out. Jump back here and see how our gaggle of cars is doing back here. Brian, Joseph Mayer, Ryan Campbell, Ty Johnson, Kurt Moss. Not a whole lot of changes through there. It did look like Kurt Moss finally got by Spencer. And now Spencer is right behind him. Seeing if he can get that position back. Trying to keep an eye up here on the Joshua-John battle. Hang with this one for a little bit here and see if John can do anything on this lap. I like that livery on Joshua Soto's car. That's just a sharp-looking livery. Whoop! Cars do a lot of that. Tire rack livery. I just like the black and red stripes and simplicity of it. Go, John, go! Come on! Come get him! Whoa! John whacked that curb, braked a little later, and definitely closed that gap up a little bit. Let's see if he can hang on to it. These two seem to trade time in the corners. So Joshua's better in one set than John is. John's better in another set than Joshua is. They are just back and forth. Kevin just hanging on to that position ahead of these two. Thankful that they're fighting it out. He wants John to stay real close to Joshua to keep Joshua looking in his mirrors and not looking ahead. All right, let's see here. What else we got going on? Ryan, gaps there. Back here, we've got Brian Zinn trying to catch up to Kelly. That's holding fairly stable. Joshua has now got almost a second gap back to John. 18 and a half minutes into this 20-minute race. John's going to make something happen. He better make it happen now. There's Spencer trying to get that position back from Kurt Moss. Everybody knows this race is winding down, so it is now or never. If you're going to make a pass, you better be pushing hard. Jump back up here. So far, so good. Kevin holding on to this position, 19 and a half minutes. Have anything in my truck. The guys in the truck never tell me when the race is coming to the final lap, so I'm always guessing. Whoa, hang on to it. If this is the final lap, which it very well might be here, Joshua knows he has to make that pass now. And there are places you can get really close behind the other car, but only a few that work out really well for a pass. This is one of them. If you can get a good exit out of this corner, then you can attempt something in the next set, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Can he get to the inside without tagging? He cannot. That was close. Oh, look at that. Joshua Soto is just giving that car everything. Coming down to the final line, and there you go. Let's jump back here with this group. Doesn't look to be anybody's going to be catching anybody for another position here. looks like our gaps are pretty consistent back here. I see Rob has got around Kent for 16th place. So let's look at our results here. Got DJ P1, Kevin P2. Joshua Soto tried his damnedest to get around Kevin for Joshua tried it. Totally lost my train of thought there. Joshua tried his damnedest to get around Kevin for P2, but did not make it. And then John Miller in P4, Brian Lemke in P5, and Ryan Campbell in P6. Those will be inverted for our next race. So we'll see Ryan in P1, Brian Lemke in P2, and so on. Then the rest of our field, Joseph Tighe, Roman, Kurt, Spencer, Kelly, Brian Zinn, Michael Bond, and so on, will make up the rest of the field in our second race, which is just about to get started. Oh, this is exciting, isn't it? Welcome back. We are just about to get started here with race 2. Another 20-minute race with Ryan Campbell in the blue car in the lead. Field makes its way down, and they're off. We're off and running. There's the green flag flying. We are again 3 wide, 4 wide. Can they make it happen? Yikes. Oh, there's who got spun back there. I see Ryan Campbell go off. I'm not sure who got spun. It was one of those cars that looks like all the other cars. You know, liveries that if everybody comes out with the same livery, I'm screwed. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So we've got Joshua Soto in P1, John Miller in P2. So those had a nice battle in our last race. Then we've got DJ in P3, so he's got some work to do. Kevin Zhu, I see cars, I see bumpers, I see stuff off track. We'll cover that at the end of this race. So hang around for the end to see that. I see more cars falling through the field here. It's hard to keep up with everything. Ty Johnson. That's got Joseph Mayer making a pass on him. Run up to the front here. And John Miller is right on the rear bumper of Joshua Soto. Let's see if he's going to try anything at the end of this long straight. He's thinking about it. I don't know if he's going to get close enough. He is not. He's going to fall back in line. Try again later. Hang on to that there. Patience, patience, patience. Series of corners here. John is keeping in touch with Joshua, but doesn't look like he's gonna. Whoa! Getting all of that curb there. All of that curb. We saw Joshua in the first race just wringing the life out of that car. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. It's like we've got Kelly back here. Looks like actually our closest races are up front, so we're just going to hang out up here for a little bit. DJ is catching up to John. he's looking forward to Joshua, but he's got an eye in the mirror with DJ right behind him. Patience on the throttle there. Get all of that curb. Patience again. And John is opening up a little bit of a gap here to DJ, but he's hanging right there with Joshua. Into the final turn and down the front straight. John just isn't quite close enough to do anything with that. Let's jump back here. We've got Kelly Greenhoe right behind Brian Zinn. Make up. We've got I see Kent coming out of the pits there. He must have had something happen where he had to I think he had an incident where he had to tow and go in for a fast repair, and being a gentleman there and just waiting for all the racers to go by before he comes out, since he's already a lap or more down. Back up here. DJ is back with John. Here, let's see what. Look at that rotor glow. Do not have an independent rear suspension. It's a live axle, which is why they get some of those great drifts going on. John is dropped back a little bit from Joshua. He's now 0.6. He's got DJ to worry about. Oh, DJ thought about it. I saw that little bit of the movement to the inside there, and then thought better of it. Just not quite close enough yet. We've got back here with Brian Zinn, Mike Bond, Kelly Greenhoe doing their own little thing. But we're not going to lose touch with this one because DJ is really pressuring John in a big way, saying, John, pick up the pace or I'm coming around you. Move it or lose it, dude. Whack that curb. Oh, John gets to the outside. Gets in the grass. DJ makes that pass. John just a little bit too aggressive through that series of corners. They caught too much curb on that one turn and then couldn't get the braking done before he had to make that right. So that right turns. He gets out in the grass and DJ makes that pass. Now John has Kevin to worry about. Kevin finished second in our last race, so he's definitely got the speed. John finished fourth. Kevin is thinking about it. Oh, I see DJ. It's hard to see there. It looked like DJ may have got a little loose up front. He's still got, yeah, he's got a second gap back to John's. Nothing to worry about there. At least at this point. Nail that curb. Patience through here. Another curb. John always collects. Kevin does not get that curb. He chooses to miss that curb, at least this lap. So, while we've got a little time here, hopefully, I don't miss a pass here. We're gonna, Joshua Soto's P1, DJ P2, John Miller P3, then we've got Kevin, Joseph Mayer P5, Roman Bykov at P6, back here Ty Johnson P7, Michael Bond, Brian Zinn, Kelly Greenhoe, then Jake, kind of all by his lonesome, Craig Thompson, Donald Mensing, Spencer, and then Kate Kruger by his lonesome. Rob, Ryan Campbell has left the building, and Brian Lemke has left the building. So let's jump back up here with our... Ho, ho, ho! Hang on to it, Kevin. Just in time to see Kevin throwing it into that corner. Trying to see if he could get a little extra out of that Mustang. So we are just halfway, and they're going to begin seeing some tire fall off here. These big old nose heavy Mustangs, 325 horsepower, are going to start pushing in that front end. They're going to see some understeer. To have to change their approach a little bit. Change their brake markers a little bit, maybe move it a little sooner. But you're not going to be able to keep racing the way you were with the front end pushing through the corners, or you'll just end up off the track or slowing yourself down. Let's jump back here with the blinding Mike Bond car. Yowzers. It's painful. Brian's in the Xbox car having to follow Mike's livery. He might be squinting. Let's take a look here and see what he's seeing. Yeah, that's painful. That hurts the eyeballs. Brian's hanging with him. He is half a second back. You can just see how much work it is to hang on to this Mustang. These guys will be worn out at the end of this race. Brian he is going to try the inside here. Oh, decides better of it. Looked like he was going to the inside, but just faking out Mike Bond. But he is close enough now to make something happen. See how much patience he has here. Yep, there he is. Okay, he's gonna try to get to the inside here. Then he's gonna be on the outside for this next corner. Big sweeper, see if he can do anything with this. He's gonna hang to the outside. Again to the inside. He's ahead for the moment. Let's see if he can keep it, though. Mike says, not so easy. I'm not going to just give this away to you. You're going to have to work for it. Brian has made that pass. Nice job. That was some good racing. Looking up at our leader, I see Joshua Soto's a second and a half ahead of DJ, who has John Miller 1.2 seconds behind him. Kevin Zhu 0.5. Let's jump up there and take a look at this. Now that Brian seems to have made that pass stick. Spencer in the green car behind him is a lap down. So there's a race going on, and he is not in it. Not to pick on Spencer, I see Donald Mensing, Kate Kruger, and Rob are also not in this race. Literally not in this race are Ryan Campbell, Brian Lemke, Kirk Moss, and Mr. Hale. They all decided they couldn't handle it, couldn't take it, gotta leave. Jump back here. Mike Bond is within half a second of Mr. Zinn. He's not quite ready to give up yet. They are fighting for P8. Every position matters in the points. This league has some awesome trophies at the end of each season. So if you want to participate, go to apexthis.racing online. You can see our schedule, rules, what it takes to join. It's free. Hey, this league is free. Oh my God, can you believe it? We do take donations, of course, but no, you don't have to pay to race with us. You don't have to fill out a form. It's just read the rules, look at the schedule, join Discord or Facebook. Discord or Facebook, got to be in one of those. And then put an application into the league on iRacing, and if you're in Discord or Facebook, you'll be accepted. And you can race. You can get this kind of racing. Ha! Let's back this up. A little better camera angle here. Oh, Mike is getting so close. He's having to be careful. He doesn't want to ruin what is a good race for both of them by getting into the back of Brian. Oh, no. Mike loses it on the corner. Uh-oh, he doesn't hold the brakes. Yowzers, almost gets into Kelly Greenhoe in ninth place back there. Oh, we do have a rule in this league that you got to hold the brakes after an incident. You got to have some respect for your fellow racers. So that's sad to see. All right, let's come up here and see how our Joshua has DJ beginning to get close enough to think about making a move here. This is the closest race on track right now for P1. If you're going to have a good race, P1's a good place to have it. We are 18 and a half minutes into this race, so it is coming down to the wire. DJ has to make something happen here very soon, and he is trying his damnedest to make that happen. But as we saw from race 1, Joshua Soto can throw this Mustang around this track. This definitely will not be easy. It's amazing how a 3,600-pound car could just disappear like that. I don't know how they make that happen. Big on the curb, Joshua does. Doesn't seem to hurt his exit any. Sliding it through there. These tires are screaming right now. They're giving all they can. See Barney in the tower does not throw a white flag. I kind of expected to see one there. DJ has opened up a little bit of a gap. Now we've got Kevin Zhu back here, pressuring John again for third place. So our podium is definitely not set on the last lap or two here. I didn't see the white flag, but sometimes Barney doesn't throw the right flag. So we will see if we're on the last lap or the second to last lap. Joshua has opened up a second gap on DJ. So it looks like, for now anyway, it's between Kevin and John, and Kevin is hustling that car. Doesn't seem to be making up any time. Then Jake back here is also pushing hard for 10th place. These guys are sliding it around. Jump back up here. We're about to find out. I'm pretty sure this is the final lap. So we're going to see Joshua Soto cross the finish line. There he goes, P1. Kevin Zhu remains in P4. So we've got Joshua, DJ, and John Miller. P1, P2, P3. Then we jump back here with Roman Baikov. Let's see if Jake can make. Doesn't look like he's going to be close enough to make anything happen. So seems to me it's going to end up just this way. There's that. Now you throw the checkered flag. It'd be nice to see the white flag every now and then. So let's take a look at our results here. We've got Joshua, DJ, John Miller, Kevin Zhu, and so on through the field. So that was a fun race. That car is a blast. I must say that's a fun car to race. We're going to have 3 more races with that car on Tuesday nights, and then we'll switch to the GR86 for another 4 races. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Mustang FR500S in future racing here at Apex. So again, want to thank our sponsors, Apex Sim Racing, for all the gear to add to your rig. Then Full Speed Sim Coaching. When you suck at racing, he'll make you better. Get Good Racing. He has video coaching and live coaching. J. Cooper Electric. I should mention we are giving away a Get Good Racing video series tonight. So one of these racers will win I think it's an $80, $79.99 value video training series. So that's awesome that our partners do that. Full Speed Sim Coaching gave away a live coaching session last week. Apex Sim Racing gave away a $100 gift certificate on Saturday. And we have more of that all through the rest of the season. So join us. And we'll see you, actually, I've got to go through the incidents here. So that's where we'll see you. All right, here's our first incident from our first race. We're looking at a love tap there. Ty Johnson. That was pretty minor. there. So let's see what Spencer had here. Got another 4X. Yes, he gets into the side of... Was he whacking around there? Zachary Rubin is who he was fighting for. So that gets a 4X. There's Zachary gonna get Spencer charging up his inside. Ow. Spencer's just roughing him up. And then Zachary, yikes, loses it on a later corner. Spencer does the same. So, hey. And that is it, really, for race 1. Let's see, we had a bunch of 1Xs, but I'm not going to cover all those. That's just too much. Way too many 1Xs to worry about. So let's jump to race 2 here. That was not too shabby. All right, race 2. We've got John Miller is going to start this. Here we go, John. 4X. Yikes. Got into, I think that might have been Brian Lemke. We're going to find out here real quick. This is another, yeah. I think Brian may have already been losing that. And here. Take another look at that. Yeah, Brian's already lost that a little bit through that corner. And just gets tagged and bottles everybody up through there. I think DJ might have been part of that. Yep, he gets in the back of John. Joshua Soto. Yikes, hang on to it. Ty. Boy, there's just a lot of 4Xs on this opening corner. Here's Brian Lemke losing that rear end. Watch out. Yikes. Oh, and a car comes slamming through there. What happened there? So we've got Kurt Moss. Out, gets a 4X from that, and he spins it. Off track he goes. Then we've got Spencer come flying into here and tags Rob, who had slowed down for the accident. And Ryan Campbell, a little bit later, 2X, just there you go. Losing that. Oh, loses the rear end, goes the other direction, hits the brakes, nicely done. And lets everybody go around it. That's why it's important to hit that brake, so you don't just roll out in front of somebody else. Craig Thompson. Oh, there's Kent spinning right in front of him. Let's see that from Kent's perspective. Loses it. Tries to get it, loses it again. Gets on the brakes, and bam, there was nothing that Craig could do. Almost had that collected, not quite. Here's Rob. He's going to lose the back end. Mike Bond. He's going to lose the back end. And this is what happens when you do not stay on the brakes. You roll out in front of other cars. And then we've got... This is at the end of the race. So race is over. A little action happening. So there you go. There's all the incidents. I didn't see anything horrible there. There was, well, I'll take that back. Mike's not holding the brake. Yeah, that was horrible. But overall, hey, it was doable. So there you go. There's the end of our rec recap. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Have no idea where they're racing next Tuesday, but they'll be in the Mustang and it'll be fun. So see you then. Bye-bye.